Hello and welcome back to another Rocket League replay analysis. When it comes down to it, positioning really is the determining factor of whether you are there to capitalize on a goal-scoring opportunity or whether you simply miss out on that chance. So in today's video, we will be discussing how you guys can go about improving your positioning to make sure you are present for as many opportunities as possible. As always, before we get started, if you guys are interested in having one of your own replays analyzed, make sure you check out my Discord, which I'll have linked down in the description, as I do offer free coaching through there. But without any further ado, let's take a deep dive into the importance of positioning. Okay, so this is another one where we want to be careful about how far forward we're moving. Like, as this ball gets cleared out, I would turn this way, grab this pad, and then just start moving upfield. Because with your zero boost, there's not really much you can do. And that's exactly what you do, so very good job on that. But then I would stay just a little bit calmer in how fast you're going, because you're not trying to attack the ball. And if you look, there's currently no one really on the ball, so there's no reason for us to rush up here, because we're gonna get here and it's gonna be like, so what do we do now? While we're waiting for someone to come play the ball. So yeah, just trying to move upfield like a little bit with the play. And just kind of chill back. Like, again, I'd be around this area. Just kind of moving with it. Because then from here, like, you're probably not going to jump for this, but you have the option. Like, you can choose if you want to jump for this, but you're over here now, and it's like, what are you going to do with this angle? So yeah, just generally, if no one's on the ball and there's no reason to rush upfield, just don't. Really consider, like, wherever you're going on the field, you should be able to give yourself a reason as to why you want to be there when you want to be there. And if you're watching your own replays and the answer to why you're in a spot is, I don't know, I'm just kind of here, you're probably not in the best spot you could be. Okay, so I think a lot of what I'm seeing here is there's a lot of times where you're moving forward as first man, and you absolutely can just let the opponents have a touch. A lot of players have, like, this fear of, like, I can never allow my opponents to have a free touch on the ball. Because if I give them a free touch, now they have control, and I'm not doing anything effective. So, like, if we look right here, look at the position that Easy's in right now, right? He's going backwards. So what exactly are we scared of if we just let him hit this ball? Like, he's already gonna feel pressured because he can hear us coming. So what exactly are we concerned about? So right here, like, yeah, boost forward, that's fine. Once we get close, honestly, like, just let him panic. Because, look, he's jumping right now. He is absolutely horrified by the fact that you're right here. If you don't leave the ground, like, sure, I'm over there, but if you didn't leave the ground there, you could have turned for that ball, or you would have had a much easier beat to this boost. You just would have had a little bit more free movement. But yeah, really consider, like, as you're pushing up the field, if you're first man, like, there are definitely times where it's like, you can have this touch. You're not going to do anything with it, so be my guest to take whatever touch you're about to take, and I'll just read where you're going to play it. I felt
like he was going to beat me there, because he's, like, better banked than me, and also I was in a bad spot, so I just didn't challenge. Yeah. That's my thought process.
I think you not challenging is right. I just think you need to leave a little bit earlier.
Alright.
Because, like, okay, so you move up here. The second we're here, and we identify that we're not going to challenge, we know we have a teammate behind us, there's really no reason for us to stay in this spot. Because even if the ball, like, drops down right here, we don't have any momentum, so it's pretty unlikely that we're going to be able to actually do anything from here. And especially once he, like, plays the ball out this way, like, at this point, I'm immediately just going this way. Because I know my teammate's going to be behind me over here, at least they should be, ready to challenge this ball, and I want to get back in a supported position so that my teammate actually feels confident in going for this challenge. Because the longer you sit here, the longer your teammate has to question whether they should go or not, because at that point they don't have a teammate back, but as soon as they see you leave, now they know they have that support behind them, now they'll feel a little bit more confident in going. Because actually, yeah, let me look at my cam here. Did I decide not to? Yeah, I think I even decided not to go because I didn't know what you were doing. Because you said you were, like, there, and then I just played the wall, but because you're sitting there, I physically can't jump. Because if I go and I get beat, it's just a nightmare. But if I see you rotate back, now I can go take that guy off the ball and give you a free one, which is ideal. This is another one where it's like, why are we moving up the field so quickly? Because you're flipping forward to an area of, like, why are we over here? what are we doing?
That's fair. Yeah.
And then so this is exactly why we don't want to do this, right? So you move forward, you realize you're too far forward, so now you have to turn back, and now you're backwards to the play at the time the pass comes across. Whereas if you had just, stayed calm and had been facing this way already, now, I mean, that's still a hard pass, so maybe you don't get there anyway, but you at least have momentum.
I'd probably get that if I was in a much better spot, but
yeah. You at least have momentum going forward, which will be a huge benefit. So yeah, just be careful of that. Same thing here. Basically the exact same idea, like just let him hit it. Cause
I typically miss in champ, and I might get a touch there, but yeah, it's probably not smart to challenge that, especially with like, low boost.
Especially like if you think this guy is gonna miss, why do we need to jump right now? Like if he's gonna miss, the ball is just gonna fall right here. So why not just stay on the ground and attack it when it lands? Why are we going for the ball in the air when if he's actually gonna miss like you're hoping, it's just gonna land right in front of us?
I don't know. I feel like I might miss it when it's on the ground because like the bounce shot and then like it would go too high. But yeah, I should probably stay on the ground.
Yeah, have faith in yourself because regardless, this is an easier shot than trying to like hope that he misses and already leaving the ground. Because, especially when you don't need to. You're just taking yourself out of the play for no reason. Because, yeah, if he does miss, you were already perfectly online for it. Good challenge. One small thing here, I'd like you to be careful of this. And this is all about, like, general momentum management. Which is a topic that a lot of people don't really talk about, is actually managing your momentum. So, right here, you're driving normally. Totally fine. You're totally fine to just drive normally here. But I want you to watch real closely what happens. So you flip forward and then watch what you do immediately when you land. You hit the brakes. So you flipped forward to immediately hit the brakes, which means that you already know that you flipped too far forward. So don't be afraid to just drive. Like you flip to the boost, just drive normally. Like maybe use a little bit of boost if you want to get a little bit further forward. But there really is no reason to flip forward here, and you know immediately because you just stop. Once you get here, you're like, oh, I guess I don't need to be here yet. That'll allow you to be a little bit smoother in your movement around the field, which will also be helpful. Same thing again here, we're just not giving ourselves a good angle to play with. You can see, like, look at how far we push up the field here. Like, again, if this guy's gonna make a mistake and give us the ball, that's great if we're actually in a spot that we can play it. But we can't do anything from here. But if we were instead, here, this is much easier. This is a much easier ball to play. Heck, you can jump up, bang this thing off the backboard, and now it's a pass for your teammate. As opposed to being completely stuck under the ball and not being able to do anything. Because now you also, yeah, don't do this. This is certainly something you don't want to do. Once the ball's over your head, just leave. Don't go for these jumps, because while you might be able to get a touch, your teammate in this position undoubtedly sees you looking like this. And there is no world that I think my teammate is going to jump in that position. I just don't think it's going to happen. So yeah, like once the ball's over your head, don't try to force yourself to stay in the play. Because more often than not, you're just going to end up confusing your teammate. You're going to create a double commit. Which is literally exactly what happens. And now you're both in your opponent's corner. Luckily I get a block, but we're both in our opponent's corner, and if they had won that 50, that's probably in our net.
I didn't want to rush that because it looked like the guy with like low boost was beating me and you, and it didn't look like you were going for it, so I just decided to cut back again. Yeah,
this one's tough for sure. I don't mind this at all. The only thing I would do here is, again, try to not face towards the play like this.
Yeah, it'd be like back post or one of the posts.
Yeah, because the second you face the play like this, like, he shoots it right at you where you can play it. If he had shot it like here, you're not saving that. Unless you have a really quick reaction to go in reverse and half flip it. So yeah, just give yourself a better angle to play the ball. You had time, you could have just like swung out this way and faced the net this way, or this way from where you started, and you would have had a much better angle to play the ball rather than where we ended up. And then right here, try as much as you can with these balls to not just bang it off the sidewall. Try to get this thing to roll up the wall, because obviously in this situation we don't know how much boost our opponents have. If you just boom this thing off the sidewall, unless your teammate is ready to jump immediately, all you're doing is creating a pass for whoever's in the midfield from your opposition. Which is not going to be a problem here because they don't have boost, but this is like exactly what opponents love to see because it's like, oh, look, free ball. So yeah, be careful of that. As you guys can see, positioning really is the most important factor when it comes to being in a spot to capitalize on opportunities. If you simply have yourself in a good spot, you are much more likely to be able to score a goal as opposed to if you're nowhere to be found. So make sure in your own games you pay special attention to where you are on the field, especially in relation to where the ball is and where the ball is going, to make sure you keep yourself in a good spot to be able to capitalize on opportunities when they arise. Of course, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who made it to this point in the video, and I do hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below so you make sure you don't miss any future Rocket League content. Additionally, if you'd like to be a bit more involved in the community we're building here, and again, have one of your own replays analyzed in the future, make sure you do check out my Discord, which is linked down in the description. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.